Welcome. My name is Peter Strong, and I'm a professional online therapist offering therapy via Skype. So I'm often asked, does Skype therapy work? Is Skype therapy as effective as conventional therapy in a therapist's office? Um, is therapy over Skype as good as psychotherapy in person? And the answer is it is. It most certainly is. What's much more important is not whether the psychotherapy is delivered in person or online, but the style of psychotherapy and the um, competence of the therapist who is offering that particular style of therapy. So there's a vast range of approaches to psychotherapy, and some are um, very much more effective than others for most common psychological problems like anxiety or depression. Um, Generally, I recommend what I call process oriented psychotherapies like cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT, and also mindfulness therapy or mindfulness meditation therapy, which is related in some ways to CBT, but with a greater emphasis on working with emotions and the underlying structure of your experience, how you actually produce anxiety and depression, how it gets triggered in the mind, how that works. So really that's the most important thing. It's really important that you use some form of video format like Skype or FaceTime so you can see each other as well. If you can see each other as well as speak to each other in real time, then Skype therapy becomes just as effective as in-person therapy. And from my experience over the years, um, Skype therapy definitely has some advantages. One of which is it's more convenient and more comfortable for you, the client. It helps you feel more in charge of the process. You feel more empowered um, because you are conducting the therapy session from your own home or place of work on your terms, rather than going to a clinic or a therapist's office for some kind of treatment. Um, that tends to actually uh, increase the sense of being helpless, being a victim, um, and we certainly don't want that. Um, the all psychotherapy should focus on enabling you and making you feel more empowered, more in charge of your emotional well-being. So that's one advantage of Skype therapy. It tends to do that. Um, and that's one of the reasons why I specialize in Skype therapy. I see more clients that way than in person these days. So, if you'd like to learn more about Skype therapy and its effectiveness, I recommend that you do a simple Google search for uh, effectiveness of Skype therapy or online therapy, and read the articles that have been published. There's quite a lot of uh, research out there now showing the equal effectiveness of online therapy, especially when you're using process-oriented forms of psychotherapy like CBT or mindfulness therapy. But please contact me if you have any questions, so we can assess whether Skype therapy will be effective for your particular needs. It's certainly very effective for anxiety and depression and things like OCD, and also for working with addictions. That's another area where online therapy can become very, very useful in the treatment of addictions, because many people are quite ashamed of their addiction. They don't want to join a group. They would rather work with some degree of privacy, and that's offered by online therapy, of course. So go to my website, learn more, do some research, and then if you want to schedule Skype therapy with me, simply go to my contact page and email me, and we can schedule a Skype therapy session at a time that works for you. I see people throughout North America, Western Europe, United Kingdom, Ireland, and as far away as Canada and Australia and so on. All you need is a good internet connection, and you can usually have no problem at all with getting the appropriate level of quality of Skype to allow you to have Skype therapy sessions. So please go to my website and learn more about mindfulness therapy, and then contact me. Thank you.